Good morning. Today we're going to talk about the secret behind open rates. So throw a comment in the chat if you are currently sending out emails to your list. I know I did a poll in my group and it was pretty unanimous that a lot of you have a list but you're not writing to it. So we're diving into email marketing this month because it's so critical in your sales process. So if you are wanting to create an income, we all want that automated process. And part of that process is email marketing. And maybe you're just growing social media presence. Maybe you're just growing online, but you still need to be able to send them somewhere. What if, God forbid, what if social media shuts down? And that sounds extreme. You may have heard that before. Social media probably won't shut down. Well, I just talked to a woman Friday. I was speaking at a Win-Win Women's event. And before we got started, we were talking, and she had her social media. She got kicked out of her social media account, and she had a group. She had no way to access it. Thankfully, she had a friend that she was able to say, "Hey, can you respond to people?" And she said the one thing that saved her, is that she had an email list. And she said, "Thank God for that," because there was no other option. If you see how many people have you seen? I see it a lot. And so I get a friend request from someone and I already am a friend with them. And I'm like, okay, well, this is spam, right? My first reaction. And reality, sometimes it is, but sometimes they've just got shut down and they're trying to get back. So we're going to talk about open rates, and because this is one of the first things when you're creating an email, when you're scrolling your email. I'm going to see if there's anybody on here that needs my help. Any comments? Because if I don't, yeah, okay, we're good. So if you are scrolling your email list, not your list, but your email account. Let's say you're on a Gmail account and you're scrolling. What stops you? What keeps you from what gets you? What gets you to open? And it's going to be the subject line, right? So you definitely want to craft a irresistible subject line. But there's more to that. There's more to that subject line than just coming up with really cool subject lines. You can get a list of subject lines all over the place, but you got to know your audience. Without knowing your audience, the subject line just won't always be effective. You could get a list of subject lines from someone that says, this is guaranteed open. This got me open rates of 40, 50, 60, whatever. And you get that list and it's amazing, and you start using it, you find it's not working for you. And it's because either one, well, I'm just going to go with this. It's your audience. You may not be speaking the right language to them. And so you got to play with that. You've got to play with the test. Marketing is about testing. You can get all the templates and all the things, but if you don't know the fundamentals, you don't understand why they're not clicking. You can buy more templates. You can buy more subject lines. You can do that, but until you understand what your audience is looking for, and that didn't take that much effort. It really didn't. Number 2, you're going to want to be segmenting for relevancy. So if you have a group of people that never open your emails, and we're going to talk about that in a minute too, but if you get a group of people that aren't opening maybe one particular email, and you're like, okay, let's say you have 1,000 people on your list and 200 open. It's not too bad. It's okay. But you're like, okay, these 800 people didn't open. Why? So segment them. And if you have an autoresponder, you can do this. Pick all the ones that didn't open, send that same email, just change the subject line. And that is how you start understanding what they're attracting. So when I first started out in email marketing, I had an audience that were very into that quick results, right? They wanted the quick fix. And so if I sent it, my subject line said something very like almost not spammy, but like that. Get this today so you don't miss out, or 5 ways to get rich. I never did that. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I would do something like, 5 ways um, to start increasing your income today, right? Something like that. And the people would respond because that's the audience I had. And now I've developed an audience that really are looking for more value. So that's what I'm referring to. Some subject lines work for some audiences and some don't. And it just depends. And there's no right or wrong. It's not that one's better than the other. It's who you've developed this relationship and who's willing to purchase from you. Let's just get real. We can talk kumbaya, and I love it because I love the love talk. But in reality, we're creating this for a business. And so you want to create an email audience of people that are connected to you in such a way that they trust you. They know that when you put something out, it's going to be good, and they like the value, right? They like it. They like you. And so after a while, you can develop that to such a strong degree that you send one email and they buy. That's what we're working towards, right? So number 3, last but not least, is you're going to want to maintain a stellar sender reputation. Basically, if you're sending emails, maybe you're sending too many, sending the wrong kind, and people aren't opening, and you've got just a small group that opens all the time, but no one else does. It means that you're going to start being not being shown. You're going to start showing up in their spam file or promotions folder. And so you want to just navigate that. And so that's where we talked about segmenting. But there's also, you're going to want to go through every once in a while and remove them. You can remove them completely. There's other strategies, but you're going to want to clean out your email so that you have just a group of people that are mad about you, right? That love what you're putting out. So that is the things that can be, those are the things that can, if you really focus on those, you can get your open rates higher. But also, always know that it's the quality of the email that will keep them coming back. And if you want to know more about that, I have a membership club that we meet every week. And this month we're covering emails. So if you want to jump into that, let me know. Just type email in the comments and I'll get you the info. All right. We'll see you next Tuesday, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. Love y'all. And next week is going to be more about emails.